The blood is already boiling, and the passion continues. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mamba is Back. On March 29th, the NBA officially released the latest MVP ranking list. The positions of the top 4 remain unchanged, still being SGA, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Jason Tatum. Lakers star LeBron James has broken into the top 5, and SGA has been ranked first for several consecutive weeks. I think the regular season MVP will be between SGA and Jokic, although the record of the Denver Nuggets isn't as good as that of the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's also a top seed team in the Western Conference. The latter has just achieved a triple-double with more than 60 points, and the momentum is very strong. As of now in the season, SGA averages 32.9 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 6.3 assists per game. The Thunder have won 15 out of the last 16 games, and SGA is undoubtedly the key to the team's victories. Even though he is absent from games occasionally, but his high efficiency and stability have hardly been shaken. Since the season opener, it has basically become a foregone conclusion that the Thunder will lock in as the top seed in the Western Conference. So, will the Thunder choose to let SGA rest for a few games at the end of the season in order to prepare for the playoffs? After all, he doesn't need to prove anything anymore. This season, he averages luxurious data of 30-plus points, 6-plus rebounds, and 5-plus assists per game. So, what exactly has SGA experienced since he joined the Thunder? On the eve of the 2018 NBA Draft, SGA chose to let the famous designer Joanna Alba design his draft suit for him. This designer has designed formal attire for more than 1,000 athletes and actors. Finally, SGA chose a champagne-colored suit with a floral theme. He wanted to show everyone his understanding of fashion trends. This fancy suit also received a lot of attention from the public. SGA also officially started his fashion journey in the NBA, with the Phoenix Suns using the first overall pick to select the interior giant DeAndre Ayton. The Dallas Mavericks traded Trae Young to get Luka Doncic, and SGA was selected by the Charlotte Hornets with the 11th pick. Subsequently, he was traded to the Los Angeles Clippers. This is a big thing for all Canadian fans. Since 2011, Tristan Thompson has become the first Canadian lottery pick. After him, players like Anthony Bennett, Andrew Wiggins, Jamal Murray, etc. were also selected in the lottery area, and SGA has become the 8th Canadian lottery pick. No one would have expected that SGA, the 11th pick, would become the hidden ultimate boss among this class of rookies. The Los Angeles Clippers in the 2018-19 season needed to carry out large-scale reconstruction and reform. After Chris Paul left, Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan also left one after another. The once arrogant Lob City was completely disbanded. For SGA, the Clippers at this time seemed unable to provide the best growth environment. They were no longer a team aiming for the championship. The team's winning culture needed to be built from scratch, and the team's head coach, Doc Rivers, was a coach who extremely disliked using rookies at the guard position. The Clippers already had Patrick Beverley and Avery Bradley. After the start of the regular season, SGA began to get a small amount of playing time off the bench, and the young and impetuous SGA most wanted to encounter and challenge the Trailblazers' all-star guard, Damian Lillard. He got this opportunity soon, on November 8, 2018, facing the Trailblazers' backcourt duo, Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. In this game, SGA scored a career-high 19 points, but Lillard and McCollum on the opposite side scored 25 points and 23 points respectively. This made his statistics seem a bit inferior, but don't forget that SGA was just in his rookie season. After the game, this backcourt duo praised him highly. Lillard praised his physical condition and mental quality. CJ praised his technical level. They both thought that SGA had a bright future, and SGA wrote such a sentence on Instagram after the game: "Test the best to be the best." A shocking trade occurred during the 2019 offseason, and SGA was also involved in it. In July, the Clippers traded Danilo Gallinari, SGA, and 5 first-round draft picks for Paul George. In the just-ended 2018-19 season, Paul George of the Thunder could average 28 points, 8.2 rebounds, 4.1 assists, and 2.2 steals. He was selected to the All-NBA first team, and this trade also contributed to the acquisition of the Finals MVP of that year. Kawhi Leonard joined the Clippers at the same time, thus enabling the Clippers to form their own super team. During the one-season coexistence, SGA had already conquered the head coach Doc Rivers with his own efforts. Before the trade happened, Rivers once asked Kawhi Leonard hoping that Leonard could wait for SGA's growth. Of course, Rivers couldn't change Leonard's mind. After the trade was completed, Coach Rivers called SGA. SGA also said that he could understand the team's decision, but he still expressed his helplessness. 5 years later, Rivers admitted that he regretted it. In addition to this helplessness, for SGA, he regarded this trade as his driving force to move forward. Without this trade, we might not be able to see the current SGA. At that time, the Thunder was in a rebuilding period, but SGA's potential made the management smell the hope of revival. In the 2019-20 season, SGA and Chris Paul formed a mentor-apprentice partnership. His average points per game soared from 10.8 points to 19 points. The budding SGA gradually made the entire league remember his name, but then fate dealt a heavy blow to the Thunder. Chris Paul left the team. SGA suffered from plantar fasciitis and serious ankle injuries. For 2 consecutive years, he missed a total of 103 games. When the outside world thought that this rising star would fade away, in the 2022-23 season, SGA made a full recovery and came back. This season, he averaged 31.4 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 5.5 assists per game, becoming the first Canadian player in NBA history to score 30-plus points 48 times in a single season, even surpassing Luka Doncic and Devin Booker to rank among the top 3 in the MVP race. In the trend of being obsessed with three-pointers in the small ball era, SGA chose a way of scoring that returns to the basics. He only takes 2.3 3-point shots per game, but has a shooting percentage of 53.5%. He averages 30.1 points per game, makes 24.1 drives to the basket per game, draws 7.4 fouls per game, and has a free throw percentage of 87.4%. This means that as long as SGA breaks through to the basket, it's either scoring or getting to the free throw line, and his shooting percentage from 10 to 16 feet is 51.3%. His shooting percentage for long two-pointers beyond 16 feet is 49.8%. This efficiency is comparable to that of Kobe Bryant in his prime. SGA's skill set includes Dwayne Wade's lightning-fast crossover, Kobe Bryant's fadeaway jumper, and the art of drawing fouls at the level of James Harden. Jason Frederick, the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, once evaluated him. Defending against SGA is like solving an unsolvable math problem. It always confuses people. In the 2023-24 season, the Thunder topped the Western Conference with a record of 57 wins and 25 losses. The average age of the starting lineup was 22.6 years old, and the average age of the whole team was 23.9 years old. It set a new record for the youngest team to finish first in a conference in NBA history. In the first round of the playoffs, they swept the New Orleans Pelicans 4-0. SGA averaged 28.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 5.8 assists per game, becoming the first Thunder player since Kevin Durant to average 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in a single playoff season. In the semifinals against the Dallas Mavericks, he scored 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists in Game 1, and 34 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists in Game 4. Although they were eliminated with a 2-4 record in the end, his performance of averaging 32.1 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 6.2 assists per game in the series completely solidified his title as the best shooting guard in the league currently. In the 2024-25 season, SGA led the team to challenge for the championship again, with the best record in the league. The current Thunder is very similar to the young team in 2012. 13 years ago, the Thunder's Big Three lost to the Dallas Mavericks, led by Dirk Nowitzki in the Western Conference Finals. 13 years later, the new generation of Big Three made a comeback. With a more fierce youth storm, SGA completed the counterattack from a trade throw-in to the face of the league in 5 years. He doesn't chase the three-point trend and doesn't cater to the data bubble, only relies on the most classic skills to tear apart the defense. When the Thunder aims at the championship, with a core lineup with an average age of 22 years old, we finally believe the sky of Oklahoma City has never been so close to the light of the Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy. On March 28, the Oklahoma City Thunder played against the Memphis Grizzlies at home. They defeated their opponents with a score of 125-104. After this game, the record of the Thunder reached 61 wins and 12 losses, setting a new record for the most wins in a single season in the team's history, and with 9 regular season games still remaining to be played. The historical predecessor of the Thunder is the Seattle Supersonics, which was established in 1967 and joined the NBA. Later, in 2008, the team moved to Oklahoma City and was renamed the Oklahoma City Thunder as a result. If we include the Seattle Supersonics, the number of wins in a single season has never reached 65 games. If the Thunder can win 4 more games in the next 9 games, they will surpass all the teams in the history of the Seattle Supersonics, and become the season with the highest winning percentage in the history of this team. We can also understand it this way, that is, this year's regular season is dominated by this young team. It's hard to imagine that SGA, who doesn't have an advantage in height and weight, can become one of the best scorers in the league. As we mentioned in the previous video, since he was selected to the All-NBA first team last season, if he is selected to the All-NBA team again this season, he can get a Supermax contract. Moreover, he has already been with the Thunder for 5 seasons, meeting the criteria for getting an increase in the team's Supermax contract. But will the Thunder, a team in a small market, be willing to offer SGA such a large contract? Counting Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams and others, the total expenditure of the Thunder may be as high as more than $900 million. In 2021, SGA signed a max contract worth $172 million, over 5 years with the Thunder. In 5 seasons with the Thunder, he has played 293 games for the team in his career with the Thunder. SGA averages 26.1 points, 5.3 rebounds, 5.3 assists, and 1.4 steals per game. Although he is only 25 years old now, he still has great potential for development. He is also expected to lead the team to success. However, there is still about 1 year left until SGA's contract expires. For the Thunder, the best choice is, in the 2026-27 season, to consider SGA's personal performance, the team's record and his health condition, and then to decide how large a contract to offer him. The Thunder has a large number of young players, and also have a lot of future first-round draft picks, so they won't stubbornly offer a max contract to a single star player. This will restrict the team, but generally speaking, SGA has grown from a trade throw-in of the Clippers to the new king of the Thunder. This young man, whose name length is comparable to that of Giannis Antetokounmpo, is slowly ruling the entire league. With the pure aesthetics of classic basketball, he will lead the Thunder to surpass the former Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, even reach greater heights. So, do you think the management of the Thunder will keep SGA during this year's offseason?